let's get into tonight's session. It's been a couple of weeks since our last session, and our last session was really short. So we haven't actually sat down and played a full AshWinter session in
like 3 months.
Yeah, like since November, pretty much. So
yeah, seriously.
Let's go ahead and dig in and play some D&D.
Do you have previous notes of session?
Of course I have previous notes of sessions, the DM says, while crumbling up a piece of paper that was blank.
No, you haven't. I haven't. I can get it for you.
I have notes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I have notes. The only problem is that I pulled up the web serial notes instead of the D&D notes. Here we go. So the last session was called Mushrooms and Masters. That was on June 24th. The session before that was on December 13th. So, Mushrooms and Masters. So during this, Seraph did receive a bit of a not clairvoyant dream, but maybe a visit from the Council of Gods. And Odin and Heimdall asked her to capture one of Loki's children, Aldrin, and return him to Asgard. Odin requested that Seraph assist the party in completing their mission, in addition to this kind of side favor or side quest, if you will. Zuma and Groin, in the meantime, flew to the Veilwood on the backs of giant eagles, where, or actually no, I think you shapeshifted into a giant eagle and then flew Zuma. Yeah. So all the way to the Veilwood, quite a ways away from the Thunder's Reach center. The Veilwood's kind of this island off to the side, and as they landed on the beaches there, they noticed it was rather quiet. And moving further and further into the forest, you did eventually find your former master, Oishi, and he explained that the hunters at this point had left the island. That basically he was really the only one left here to defend this place, and revealed to you kind of a piece of your childhood, the mushroom ring around the center of the forest, its actual purpose and reason for being there. And he said that once he's gone, there's no other guardian of the forest to take his place right now, and that seems to be a concern to him. But other than that, you and Groin sat and ate with Oishi, drank a little bit, and shared tales, swapped stories back and forth. It had been, what would it have been? It would have been like years and years and years since the last time you'd actually seen Oishi. Probably upwards of 10 years. Yeah, what's up?
Would that have counted as a short rest? Would I have gotten my watch?
Absolutely.
Back? Okay,
yes.
Just making sure.
Absolutely. Eve, you went out and did some shopping, picked up some important stuff, sold some stuff that was less important, and then held off on some other stuff that was hard to get a deal on.
Giving us a big pity.
Exactly. Zuma and Groin already covered your part, and that was really all that happened, as Ara had held off until Steven could be there for Lili's part of the session. So there are a couple of places we can pick up here, but I think the best place to pick up here, Steven's not back yet, I'm very sad. The best place to pick up here would be Eve. Let's go ahead, and you had some more to do, I'm fairly certain.
Yes, I need to speak to the two-headed ogre chocolate person.
Okay, the two-headed ogre chocolate person. What city was that in? Remind me. In Baldur's Gate, right. So, are you using the cube to get there?
What do you mean? I'm already there.
Are you already in Baldur's Gate?
Yes.
Okay, that's right. You did your shopping in Baldur's Gate. Gotcha. So, we should have been adding +10 to those rolls as a note.
I don't think it would have mattered.
It probably would have. You add a +10 to all of your investigation rolls, and then you add a +5 to sales rolls. So probably would have mattered quite a bit.
Actually, yeah, no. The last rolls I got was a 25 and a 9, so I don't think that would have mattered on
that would have
the
put
buy.
it up to a 14
For the buy.
So
anyway.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
So you go and visit the chocolate ogre person. I don't remember them very well because they were a very minor NPC, and this was a long time ago.
Let's see. literally went over there, found the guy that had the hell chocolate for
Yeah.
Cele-
He's a Tanaruk.
Yes.
He's not an ogre. He's a Tanaruk. Yeah, I remember him now.
All I know is he has 2
Scylla.
heads. Scylla, yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah. So you approach and they look you up and down.
How you doing? Did you get your little mage hand nitty things?
Shit.
Now, is this the educated ogre or is this the demon ogre?
He was from hell because the chocolate was from hell.
Yeah.
Well, he owns a chocolate shop that has many different chocolates, including the
wasn't
ones
very
from
smart.
hell.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
Very smart.
And then I said that he could probably get a mage hand thingy because he was into knitting and wanting to knit, but his hands were too big.
Oh,
So
and this
I
was-
suggested
this-
that.
Yeah, holy cow. Okay, yeah. And so as you walk into the shop, you do see the various candies and everything. It wasn't a chocolate shop; it was a candy shop.
Yeah, candy shop.
Yeah.
And that's where Scylla got the chocolate that she was handing out to everybody throughout the whole campaign, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I remember. You walk in and you hear a grunt, and he looks at you. You look awfully familiar.
Well, I was the one that suggested getting mage hands to do knitting.
Was you?
And then also a girl paid for a discount for a dance.
Thanks for a minute. It's been too long. It's been too long.
Well,
And I don't do knitting anymore. I tried.
you tried.
I tried.
If you don't try hard enough and get practice in, you will never be good.
What do you want, girl?
Well, I was gonna see how your knitting was doing.
It's very poor. He holds up a little bag full of what looks, presumably candies, and he lays it on the counter and goes, "Look at that." And it's like, if you've ever I don't know if you did this in school, but I know a lot of people did this particular thing in school. They made like oven mitts or like pot holders in school, and it's like my first knitting adventure, and that's kind of what this bag looks like. It's just barely holding together. You can see like pieces of candy poking out from behind, not behind, but underneath the bag itself. It's just in general like not very well done.
Were you using candy?
For knitting?
You said there's candy poking out.
Yeah, it's a bag full of candy. So it's like poking out between like the threads and stuff.
Oh shit.
Because it's poorly made. No. This is made out of... He looks at it, sniffs it for a minute. Something. Yarn?
Well, that's
Anyway,
usually-
what are you here for?
Can I turn this?
Well, I was going to see if you knew anyone that would be good at tailoring stuffed animals. Do you know what that is?
If you're looking for a taxidermist, there's one just down the road.
I literally take out the stuffed animal and set it on the counter.
He looks at it, he turns it over for a minute, sniffs it, he goes, "Is it edible?"
No, please don't. My beholder will be very mad that you ate his stuffed animal.
He's like got it near his mouth, and his mouth is just kind of open, like, oh. Okay. Puts it back on the counter. If you're looking for something crafty like this, you're probably gonna want to go down to Shanus down the road.
Shanus.
Shanus, S-A, I can't spell.
At least you know how to pronounce his name. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I don't know if this exists, but do you have any chocolates that an undead can enjoy?
Lady, I sell chocolates to people. Some of them are really exotic chocolates, but I don't sell any undead chocolates. I'm not real sure about the, the goings-on of the anatomy of undead.
Well, I was just asking.
Do they have taste buds? Because now I'm curious.
Hey, Jeff, do you have taste buds?
You hear a rattle as Jeff nods his head.
He says he does.
Well, that's fucking weird.
Any chocolates you want to try?
Here, and he reaches up under the counter and he places this little. It's like a tiny, very, very, fancily wrapped little caramel and chocolate thing, and he sets it up on the counter. And that one's on the house. I want to know if he can taste that.
Go ahead and try.
Jeff looks at you.
I mean, it's worth a try, yeah?
Jeff kind of like hesitantly takes it off the counter, unwraps it, bites into it. It falls through his lower jaw. He holds up a thumbs up.
Does that mean that you can endlessly feed an undead if you can taste it, but it's not destroyed as it falls through the jawbone?
Potentially. It's also assumed that they don't need to eat in the first place.
Well, I mean, neither do my familiars.
Just ideas for future character.
Okay, great. It's canon. Undead can taste things even though they do not have the anatomy to do so.
Their teeth.
Oh.
Oh.
Does that mean he can taste it?
He gave a thumbs up. He doesn't actually talk yet.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I've got 2 questions for you. Number 1, what the fuck are you doing walking around this town with an undead next to you?
A long time ago, I rezzed him, and he's kind of come semi-sentient.
So you're one of them Necronomicon mages things.
Actually, I did it with a magical item, but I guess you could call me that, I guess.
Alright, great. Necromancer. Got it.
At least I'm not as bad as some people.
I got a second question, because I knew what the answer to the first question would be. Why?
Why not? My party loves him.
Yeah, but does he love them, like, as in their flesh? Because undead eat people.
That's a zombie.
I'm pretty sure skeletons can, too. As we can see, he can clearly taste. And people...
I've never seen him bite anybody.
I've seen skeletons bite people. I've seen them stab them, too, though. My point is, walking around with an undead and telling people that he's an undead is hardly any safe way to navigate Baldur's Gate. My recommendation would be to buy a whole bunch of chocolates, and he puts another bag up on the counter. And you can use the bag after he's eaten all the chocolates to cover his face up.
But that's what the scarf thingy right there is for.
Well, it don't do no good if you tell people he's undead.
I don't always tell everybody. They just tend to ignore him.
Well, that's just weird. Awfully convenient, if you ask me.
What kind of chocolates are they?
He opens the bag and shows you they're just like super basic chocolates. They're little, interestingly enough, chocolates in Faerun are not milk chocolate. They're primarily like dark chocolate, or they're chocolate with various things mixed into them, like hot peppers, or like peppermint or other sweets. Caramel is very popular, etc.
Sounds like better versions of our chocolate.
I mean, yes. There's a reason they do it. It's because Faerun's just a better Earth.
Hey.
How much for them?
For these whole bag, how about a gold?
Sure. I hit him a gold.
Okay. He takes the gold, hands you a bag of chocolates. You got a big old bag of chocolates now.
Don't let the fitting thing discourage you. You'll get better. Just takes time.
Oh, no. I moved on to playing instruments now.
Are you using the mage hand device I told you about?
Yeah. And he pulls out a this weird recorder-looking instrument. It's very long. Kind of looks like a mixture between a didgeridoo and a recorder. And you notice it's too long for him to actually hold, like, upright. He goes, most people, they got to play this while they're sitting down. me, and the mage hand appears up under it, and he like lifts the instrument up, and now he has 3 hands playing the instrument. As a note, it sounds like it sounds really alien and strange. It makes it's an instrument that has what almost seems to be like 2 voices. There's 2 tones within the instrument at the same time. Very weird noise. It's got a lot to do with like the resonance and the shape of the instrument. Really strange. Didgeridoo don't. Really strange, and he's really fucking good at it. Like at first it's weird, and then you're like, oh, this is jamming. What the hell? So
That's actually really good.
yeah, that's why I gave up knitting.
At least you found a way to found something else.
You gonna buy more chocolate?
Do you want me to buy more chocolate?
All of it.
I can't buy the entire shop.
Listen, lady, you just gotta buy this whole shop, and I can retire.
Probably could, honestly.
He pulls out a little flaming piece of candy, and it's like on fire, and he sets it down on the counter. Buy that.
What the hell
50
is that?
gold. Don't ask questions.
Why is it on fire?
Don't ask questions. I told you can't ask questions with this one. You once came to me asking for weird chocolates. I gave you weird chocolates. Now I'm giving you weird candies. 50 gold.
Okay, will it hurt me if I eat it?
Yes.
How bad?
You ever had heartburn?
Yes.
Imagine that, but with real fire.
Okay, I hit him 50 gold.
Okay.
And
He
then I'll
takes
pop
the
it in my
50
mouth.
gold. Okay, you do eat it?
Yep.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, luckily I'm fire resistance.
Okay, good. That's make it with advantage. All right. Well, there you go. 20. You managed to actually get it down your gullet at that point. Then, as it is literally on fire. You do have some mild burns on the back of your throat. Gonna be a little annoying whenever you speak. It feels like having a really bad sore throat, basically.
Yep.
And as you swallow it, it burns all the way going down, but then you notice the burn goes away, and you feel comfortably warm, strangely warm. In fact, really, like, just there's
High?
no way. It's not high. There's a warmth in the middle of your chest. It's like taking a sip of whiskey that doesn't fade, and you for the next hour have cold resistance. You also do take 2 points of damage. Also, no, this tastes way better than Fireball. Thank you.
I don't like fireball.
I don't either. I almost died. The closest I've ever come to actually dying was alcohol poisoning via Fireball. So now the smell of cinnamon makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, I meant fireball whiskey or the fireball alcohol I like, but I'm not.
Yeah, Fireball whiskey is what we're talking about.
Okay, I was talking about the little candy fireballs.
Oh yeah, I don't like those. Those are gross. Yep. So it sits kind of in the middle of your chest and gives you a nice cozy warm feeling.
How long does this last?
1 hour. You have cold resistance now, and you do take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay. Why I just did that, I don't know.
Because you are rich and have lots of money and are nearly immortal. That's welcome to 18th level D&D. Okay. And did you have anything else that you needed to pick up in Baldur's Gate?
Well, I need to go see the tailor person, but I can hold off on that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll circle back to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oz and Lili, you both ended in Hillsfar, from what I remember.
Yes, Mama.
Yep.
And the last thing that y'all did, I believe, was the bonding ritual. Wasn't it? Let's see. Did you do the bonding ritual before or after Oz ordered the investigations?
That was before.
Okay, so you did the bonding ritual, and then you went to the Quiet District.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so you are still in the Quiet District. We're playing a little
Loosey-goosey?
slightly loosey-goosey with time here. just because everyone else has moved forward about
It's
10 hours or so. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just a construct. We can just throw it away. Everyone else has moved forward about 10 or so hours, and Lili and Oz kind of has stuck in this spot. Yeah. By the way, you're all level 18. Keep that in mind. So do level up your characters whenever you get that chance. Yeah. But anyway, it's not super important right now. So Lili and Oz, coming back to you, you are still in the war room of the kind of main encampment within the Quiet District, and you have just ordered a set of spies to investigate some questionable activity by Cormier. And you have ordered Cormier to order some spies to investigate some questionable activity by the Midnight Inn. And Trish Stroud specifically as well. That conversation ended a couple of minutes ago. The spies are now out of the room. They all bowed to you, saluted, and left. And you are now standing in this room. What are you two doing here in Hillsfar? Are you headed back, or what's the plan?
I mean, that's all I had planned.
Gotcha. In Hillsfar?
Yep.
Okay. Lili, do you have anything?
Yeah, we have a point of exhaustion, right?
You do, yes.
Shh.
Sorry.
You do from that ritual, yes.
Oops. Then I think I did not mean to roll that.
That's okay.
My hit die is not a D4. How do I change that? There we go. Trying to think.
You had something for Steven last week. I don't remember what it was, though.
Yeah, I don't either now.
Oh, no.
I had it written down on a piece of paper.
Probably sex stuff.
Oh,
no. No.
You've already done the bonding ritual. What more do you want?
I thought
That's a different kind of
what
bonding
sex
ritual.
was.
This is a different kind of bonding.
I don't know.
This one involves rope.
Oh, no, that can wait. That can wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay, you don't have anything? All right, cool.
I don't think about the top of my head.
That's fine. That's fine.
Just
So,
kiss him already.
so you two head back to Brain Stops Thunder's Reach. You two head back to Thunder's Reach and to kind of reconvene with your allies. Groin and Zuma, do you also reconvene with your allies, or are y'all spending the entire campaign in this woods?
No, we're heading back.
Okay, so you eventually.
I mean,
Yeah, we're heading back. Okay.
Groin's just like, I don't know that I am. Yeah, so you do head back, eventually parting ways with Oishi. And he assures you that you will see him again sometime soon, someday soon.
we'll see, old man.
God damn it.
Wait,
Oh,
that book.
I swear to God,
What?
my brain short-circuited, and I thought you said that butt, and I was like, no.
No, the
That's a
book.
different bonding ritual.
It was a book I wanted to buy for Luna.
Okay. What was it?
It was a like a never-ending tome.
Oh yeah. So you look for Hillsfar. Look for that in Hillsfar. I would normally have you roll an investigation check for this, but seeing as you're very familiar with the local Lyceum,
I've also found it before.
right, that's true as well. So yeah, you head to the shop and eventually find Sir Rutherford. No, is his name Rothfuss? Sir Rothfuss.
Rutherford is someone that I'm supposed to kill, I think. I'm not
no,
100%
Rutherford-
sure, but he lives in Candlekeep.
That's a different R person. There's a couple of R people here. Rutherford's
There's too many R people.
I'm so sorry.
86 the R's.
The Rutherford is the beholder living in Thunderhead Keep right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Rothfuss is the flame skull that you rescued in, like, I don't know, the 4th session.
Clickety clack, get in the sack.
Yeah, that guy.
He's in Nimbus Tower.
Yeah, yes. So you enter into the shop, which at this point you notice has grown drastically. I mean, the shop is 5 times the size that it was before, and it is full, and you like have to squeeze in, and you quickly see why. He doesn't just sell magic items anymore, or like adventurer magic items anymore. He has begun selling mundane magic items, such as the Cloak of Billowing, and they are at a discount price. And this seems to attract a lot of customers that fancy themselves an adventurer because they have a glowy sword, and that's all it does is glows. So there's a lot of what should we call these? This is the pawn shop of magic items. And he haggles with one person before you finally manage to get to the front. Fuck you, Frodo. Before you manage to finally get to the front counter, and what? Darkwind, why didn't you tell me they were here? And you see Darkwind, the very depressed individual that seems to follow Rothfuss around everywhere he goes, sigh in the corner. He has evolved from looking like a very angsty teenager to basically looking like Gerard Way. Like a magical Gerard Way, though. It's striking resemblance. He literally just says, sigh. And puts out a fire that just like appeared above Rothfuss's head on one of the rafters. We need to get that particular beam treated as well. And what do you want? I didn't know they were here. How could I forget it? And he just snaps his fingers, and a little tome appears next to Rothfuss, and a couple of pages turn, and Rothfuss, Linara, I believe your name was.
Yeah, hi.
Linara, what can I do for you?
I stopped by before. You had a never-ending book.
Oh yes, an endless tome. Yes, fine thing. It's a pity that I sold that one.
Rip.
Wait, I sold it to you. Never mind. It's not a pity. What can I do for you?
What?
What about it?
It didn't sell to me.
Oh, I didn't?
No.
Oh.
I didn't have the money.
Oh, hold on here. Rothfuss, do we have any, what was it again? Endless tomes. Endless tomes. Do we have any endless tomes? Rothfuss. Or, Darkwind. He starts flipping through the pages with a mage hand. Points to one with the mage hand. It appears that we have 2 in stock, in fact.
How much?
Well, normally there are 100 gold pieces, but for you, I'll be happy to give you a 15% discount. Or, well, 1,000. Normally there are 1,000 gold pieces, but I'll be happy to give you a 15% discount, so 850 each.
I feel you judging me, by the way, Tanner, and I'm not going to take it.
Wait, what?
What?
Okay.
I was unmuted and talking to chat. I'm sorry.
How much gold do I have? I have a number. A number is that is okay. I'll take both of them.
Okay. She'll take both of them. I heard her. And he like reaches up under the counter and he places both books. Oh, that would be 17,000 gold pieces, please. I'm sorry, 1,700 gold pieces, please.
Okay. Yeah, I hand over the money.
Okay. Takes it and he counts really quickly, like insane speed, and then he puts it all away in a little, what you presume is like a safe box underneath the counter. Pushes the books forward. Thank you for your business. You're free to come back any time.
That offer for a test subject is still open, by the way.
I'm going to test something on myself. It's called a spear to the face.
No. But can you donate your soul to science first?
No.
Same,
Have you
homie.
seen me? I don't have any souls. He like blows a little bit of like a strand of hair out of his face.
So
Turns around and walks away.
Right. Okay. Well, all right. Thank you about this.
Of course. Next customer. And somebody comes up and they've got this like bent and broken glowing sword. And they're like, "Yeah, you sold me to this a couple days ago." And it's just like by the time you're out of earshot, you're not really sure what's going on with that one anymore. Okay. Oh, it ended with the music.
I hear it.
Do you? Okay, well I don't hear it. As long as other people are hearing it, it's fine.
Yeah, we hear it.
Okay, great. Okay, and yeah, you managed to pick that up without any issue. You actually have 2 enduring tomes. They are virtually endless. They are immune to damage from fire and water. So
Neat. Where's Luna?
Luna is in Thunderhead Keep.
Okay.
Ever since you changed her, she has been in a private room, presumably sleeping.
Okay.
It's been about would have been like just about a day since that happened, so it hasn't been very long.
I have a sending to her and say, "I got you a present."
You wait a few moments. You got me a present?
Yep. Fuck it, I'll send another sending for that.
Okay, great. She responds, "I'm excited to see it." And nothing else.
Okay.
Listen, you did this.
Yeah. I don't.
Okay.
Sounds me.
Don't worry, it gets better. What happens when a kid grows up? They become an angsty teenager. That's all. That's it.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm just... So you head back to Thunderhead Keep. And then Eve, you were looking for the tailor Seamus? Seamus. I really want his name to be Seamus now, so it's not quite as close to... Yeah, anyway. Eve.
She's dead.
I muted my mic,
Eve?
didn't I?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
Whoops.
did. So, you walk down the road, kind of taking the extremely vague directions from the orc, and eventually arrive at a small tailor shop. It's extremely well decorated, and as you walk in, you find this gnome man, and he is really tall for a gnome. So at first, you almost question your judgment. You're like, wait, is he a gnome? But as you get closer, he is definitely a gnome. But he is he's probably the tallest gnome you've ever seen. Very kind of gangly looking fellow. But he is wearing some of the flashiest colors you've ever seen. He has flowers all through his hair, which is like this curly mess of gray and black hair. Looks a little bit older, probably middle age, a little bit later than middle age for a gnome. And he has this huge braided beard. It almost resembles like your typical dwarven beard, except it's also got like vines and flowers and also like yarn and stuff knitted through it in intricate and kind of beautiful patterns. As you walk into the shop, it's colorful everywhere, and he greets you. "Oh, you're coming into my store. That means you want something. What can I do for you?"
Wow, it's bright and
Yeah, there's like also
festive.
windows. There's also windows open, but you notice the windows. You look at it. You have to like double take at the windows as a note. The music only died for me. Here, I'm gonna restart it. You have to double take at the windows as a note, because you look at them once and it shows outside and you kind of don't think anything of it, and then you look at them again and you realize that there's sunlight streaming through the windows. It's dark outside. So a little bit strange. Yeah, it's really bright in here. It's just how I like it.
Oh. Okay then. Well,
What can I do for you?
have you ever heard of something called the stuffed animal?
A stuffed animal? That does sound like taxidermy. I don't specialize in taxidermy.
Not
I
taxidermy.
do apologize.
I pulled
It's
out the
common.
stuffed animal again.
He looks at it and goes, oh, it's like a little toy, except it's soft and fluffy. Oh, and he like, he holds it close for a minute, kind of snuggles up with it and goes, oh, I really like this. This is a brilliant idea. Who came up with this? This is so good. I love it.
I don't know.
Oh, well,
But-
listen, have you ever heard of Shanus the Master Tailor? Probably not, because I don't have much of a reputation. But that's okay. Here, take this back.
Question
And-
real fast.
Yeah.
Did Scylla invent stuffed animals?
Not
Technically.
quite, but
You did introduce it.
you know how convergent
Canon.
evolution works? Where different, like, you know, bats and birds evolved flight at the same time?
Yeah.
You didn't quite invent stuffed animals, but they are not currently in Faerun. No one in Faerun has ever really seen this kind of toy because it's wasteful, and Faerun is frugal. So,
That's fair.
until recently, anyway. And so Shanus kind of, well, let's see. Are you wanting a duplicate made of this? I could potentially do that. I have the materials.
Would I know that? I probably wouldn't know. Well, I'm guessing. Do you think you could make like different shaped animals, maybe?
Different shapes of animals. So like different animals made in that style?
Kind of,
So, like,
yes.
Big fluffy giraffes? Oh, I too love giraffes.
Yeah.
I could do this. You've given me an idea. Do I have your permission to produce these things? I wouldn't want to, steal any ideas from anyone.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
Just that
great.
I need I've got an employee that wants one each week.
Oh, you're a business owner.
Yes.
And you pay your employees in these.
My employee specifically requested one each week.
Oh, it's part of a contract agreement. And he like claps his hands together and he has this big smile that you can tell has some bitterness behind it. Contracts are so glorious. I can produce these for you, of course. In fact, I don't. He like plucks the stuffed animal. I think it was a bear that you gave him.
Yeah, I think it was a bear that Scylla made, right?
It was
Yeah, a little stuffed bear. He plucks the little stuffed bear out of your hands and he turns it over a few times. Like, oh, the stitching on this is phenomenal. Look, wow. Oh my. Okay, this is a work of art. I'm not sure that I could quite get this quality, but I could get something close to it. Look at this, and he like shows you that he like starts almost nerding out on you over the detail in the stitching itself, and starts explaining how the different stitches work. Whoever made this must surely be one of the most competent seamsters or seamstresses in the entire world. This is very, very well made. I could make something similar to this. Yes. What
Power of
animals?
wish, everyone.
Wish 25,000 GP stuffed animal. Just saying. Sorry, 250,000. What kind of animals are you thinking?
Well, I mean, you could literally do monsters too if you wanted.
Okay, but I'm asking you what you want specifically. I have my own ideas that I will address soon. But I want to get you taken care of, my valued customer.
Would you like a stall in my inn in Waterdeep to sell your stuffed animals?
I would love one. Could I send an employee there?
Sure. I mean,
How big is your inn?
it's a tavern with merchant
Ooh.
stalls in it.
With
Eh?
merchant stalls, you say?
Mhm.
And how big is your inn?
How big
Tavern?
is the inn?
I mean, you don't have a customer base right now, so.
Well, we're just starting out, actually.
Oh, this is a
But-
venture. Okay.
Yes. Pretty much.
I see. Roll a persuasion check for me. Just a straight roll on this.
24.
24. Nice. Okay. Let me. Yeah. Couldn't beat that if you tried. Huh. I do like opportunity. I am but a humble tailor after all. I think we can work out a deal.
That's why I offered it.
Excellent. So I send one of my employees to sell these cute little animals and some of my other cute things that I enjoy. And you, well, you get a discount in my shop.
That will work.
Oh, I do love when deals come together. Here, shake on it. Holds out his hand.
It's just a base deal, no loose ties.
No loose ends. I give you a discount, and you give me an install kiosk thing to sell my stuff in your location. And either one of us can terminate the deal at any time, provided we inform the other of that termination.
Okay. That's
Do you
fair.
agree? Do you agree to our terms and conditions?
That is fair.
Great.
But make sure it's ample warning.
Holds out his hand to shake. I agree to that as well.
I shake his hand.
You shake his hand. The room goes dark for a moment. For just a split second. The only reason you notice this is because you have like 1 billion passive perception. What is it, like 23 or
20.
something? Okay, yeah, 20. 20 is good enough. And the room goes dark for just a split second. Or not goes dark, but dims quite a bit. And let's go. It is a deal then. I am so looking forward to this
and
business
don't think I
opportunity.
didn't notice that little magic trick there, darling.
He smiles and like the corner of his mouth twitches for a second. Of course. There's no magic trick here. Indeed, it is a magic deal.
Yes, that is what I mean.
Excellent. I'm very much looking forward to working with you. Now, what kind of animals were you thinking of? Because I have all kinds of ideas, but I would love to hear from my customer.
Well, what kind of material do you plan to use?
You can name it, and I have it. His smile hasn't changed in like a solid 40 seconds, by the way, since you said that magic trick thing. He's still got the exact same smile on his face.
He's like, oh god, she knows. Don't worry, I hold up my deals.
And I always hold up my end of the bargain as well.
Just as you know, I will be expanding my business at some point. That way, there will be plenty of more room. So,
Excellent.
I shall let you know whenever that
You
happens.
have failed to answer the question. I need to know what kind of animals you want.
Well, part of my contract with my employee is pretty much one of everything. And I would say he would want one of everything that's really fluffy and really soft.
There are something in the neighborhood of, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 million different types of animals just in Faerun. We might need to narrow the scope just a little bit. If I ask you what flavor ice cream you want, and you say all of them, we run into logistical problems. Could you be more specific?
It's a bear, right?
Yeah, the one that you have is a bear.
That's the problem, is picking ones you want.
Get a wolf.
Great. So I'm
How
going
about
to...
a wolf?
Yeah, you do say Rocky. A wolf.
Yes.
Wolves are so beautiful. Great. I like wolves. What if you add a panther to that?
Sure.
Great. And what if you also add a caterpillar? Those are animals, aren't they?
They're bugs, but yeah, technically.
Bugs are animals too, I think. I'm pretty sure anyway. Sometimes I'm not very familiar with the nomenclature, but that's okay. We'll do a caterpillar as well. Technicalities aside, haha, they don't matter. So, let's go ahead and I will get started with those 3. They may take me a little time. As I do more, I should get much faster at it. And then I'll send one of my employees to your inn, and they can go ahead and start setting up shop, and I'll set up a supply line. And then we can have business partners. And his smile literally has stayed the same throughout every single word of that.
Hey, I'm on to you.
That's pretty much what he says. I'm on to you, bitch.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. You are not on me at all, and I wish for you not to be, greatly.
Oh, not even for a hug.
I don't enjoy hugs, but I will take one, if that would make my customer happy. He throws out both of his hands wide.
Eve does hug him, and then squeezes him.
He hugs you back, and it's a very convincing hug.
Well, how long do you think it will take?
Give me 2 weeks to finish all of this, and I should have all 3 prototypes ready, and then we can go from there.
Okay, I will probably bring my employee next time. That way he can...
I'm so looking forward to meeting them. I'm sure they're absolutely a stunning individual with fantastic taste. I mean, it's not like they're a beholder or anything. I'm sure they're not that terrifying.
There's a look on Eve's face like she wants to answer, and then kind of just guiltily kind of looks away.
The smile cracks for a minute. Thank you. Come back whenever you need anything else. I'll work on this for now.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sure you're going to have such a wonderful day.
I write down the date that the end should be done for him.
He takes a look out at you. Excellent. We should move things along just fine then. Just smiling the whole time. And you have a wonderful life.
I've got a crazy one. I don't know if it's going to end well.
As you
As I'll leave with the stuffed animal.
Exit the store. This is the wrong music for this combo, probably. As you exit the store, he like is waving you out and kind of closes the door behind you. And as the door closes, he like moves his face constantly to where he can keep an eye on you before the door finally closes. And the last thing you see is just one of his eyes.
Oh, poor little man.
The shop disappears.
The shop disappears. Yeah, so you head back to Thunderhead Keep, or I'm assuming that's what you came here for.
Yeah. I'll use teleportation circle to get back.
Okay, yeah. You find a kind of not busy portion of the street and duck into an alley really quick and just draw a teleportation circle. It takes you like 11 minutes, I think. But you do manage to get it done, and
I think I can cast it almost instantly, right?
You can, yeah.
I don't have ritual caster or anything.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, you duck into an alley and quickly cast
time
the
is 1 minute.
Gotcha. So 1 minute. It takes you 1 minute then. And quickly teleport back to Thunderhead Keep, where you find that your friends have convened. What would Oz and Lili have been doing whenever they got back from hillsfar? Because they would have had about probably a good 7 or 8 hours before everyone else kind of returned. By the time everyone else got back to Thunderhead Keep.
Well, Lili would first go give that present to Luna.
Gotcha. Okay. Lili gets back, and Luna is finally out of her room, and she is waiting downstairs. She is eating some food with Rutherford P. Smashy Smash, and Rutherford greets you as you come in, and Luna stands up. Luna has slightly changed her outfit. She's altered her outfit slightly. She has a pink stripe down her bangs now, although she still has the same long white hair. She seems to have added a kind of pink and white aesthetic rather than just going for the full, completely totally white look. And and she's now wearing this kind of black blazer jacket. She looks very proper now, rather than basically wearing whatever clothes were around. And Lili, you're back. How was your trip? Also, as a note, since you changed her, she is taller than you.
Right.
Yeah. Because Lili's kind of short, isn't she?
5'2", I think.
Yeah. Not kind of short. You are short. So Luna's actually a little bit taller than you right now. Luna stands almost 6 foot tall.
Right.
Because angels.
Yeah.
You turned her into a deva, right?
Yeah.
Or was it? It was a deva. Okay, yeah. She gives off this kind of almost pale light at this point, and you notice that her eyes have started very, very lightly glowing blue. It's like a cotton candy blue as well.
It was oh god. It was good.
Great.
Tired. Right. I like what you've done with your.
She holds up her bangs. I thought it was time for a bit of a change. I like it.
No, looks good on you. And like Lily reaches into her satchel and pulls out the book. So remember when you said you wanted to write a book? I don't know if you still do.
She nods enthusiastically.
Well, here, this book will never run out of pages.
Her eyes go wide for a second. Nah. See, I'm rolling for angst right now. Okay, so very low angst. She's not feeling particularly angsty, and she takes the book and she kind of giggles, jumps up and down for a second, and then she hugs you. She just says, "Thank you, Lili."
Of course. And like Lili hugs her back.
And she takes the book and takes out a goes over to kind of like this counter area that Rutherford has almost seems to set up as like a home base, and steals his inkwell and pen and starts to write in the book. And then she rips out one of the pages, and then she flips through the book again, and she flips back to the front, and it's like the page was never there. And she's just like ecstatic, and she starts doing that. She starts making drawings and stuff, rips out one of the pages and flips back, and the page is there again. And she's just like, what the? And then she stops herself. She goes, "This isn't going to report back to some demon or something, is it?"
Nope.
Okay, good. And she keeps going, and then she finally stops trying and then actually starts writing.
You said it was near endless, right?
Enduring is effectively endless. Yeah.
So what does that mean? Is there a final page?
There is, but only under very specific circumstances, which you would have to cast Identify on the item to find out.
I mean,
Probably if the user who's using it dies. If I had to guess. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that.
I cast Identify on it.
Okay. You can you get the properties. It's immune to damage from fire, and any water damage. It's immune to basically any damage that you could suffer from the elements or age. It is endless so long as the user does not write the word end on the very last page, because once you get to the last page, you can turn the last page and it will create another page. But if you write the word end in the bottom corner of that page, it will destroy the book, and the only thing left will be a single page within the book.
Huh.
And you gather that this is kind of a emergency protocol for wizards.
Okay.
Yeah, it's meant as like I need to. It's like wiping all the data on your computer in a hurry when the FBI is raiding your. Yeah, right. So it's that's the only way to actually reach a final page. So the book is effectively infinite unless you choose for it not to be.
Okay. has she flipped to the? She hasn't flipped to the end cover, has she?
No, she's opened it up on both sides, but she hasn't really done anything else with it other than start writing.
Okay.
Why?
Because I Lily would have written something on the
Oh, okay.
the inside cover, but like at the end.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, it doesn't have a final page, but you can write on the inside cover. What do you write there? Then you can also just send it to me later if you want.
Yeah, I am right. I'm sending it right now.
Okay, that's fine. So,
and then after that, she would have gone to probably sleep, considering she's fucking exhausted.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you are feeling pretty sleepy, and then you go and lay down. Are you taking a nap, or are you trying to get in a full rest?
We've got 10 hours, right? Or 7 hours, 6 hours.
Yeah, you could actually get a full rest before everybody got back. So, Oz, what do you do whenever you get back? He's dead. Oz is dead.
Steven, no.
Does he
I'll
know
remember
he's
you,
muted?
Oz.
And
Steven, come back to us!
That's okay. He probably just got up to get some water or something. So yeah, you both get back. Lili, you hand the book to Luna. Eventually, go to sleep. I would imagine that Oz probably also takes a long rest. And
Until
so
he
both
says
of you,
otherwise.
yeah, unless he says otherwise. But until both of you find yourselves asleep within Thunderhead Keep, and eventually your friends return home. From there,
Eve goes to the beholder.
okay.
That's all she really wanted to do. She wanted to return this stuffed animal and give him chocolates.
He is currently sleeping by the time you get back. However, you find him. Beholders sleep floating, by the way. Like they're kind of like horses in that respect. And so you simply lay the chocolates and bear kind of next to him so that he'll find them whenever he wakes up.
Yep.
Okay. You return home to find Lili and Oz asleep. In fact, most of the castle is asleep because by the time you return home, it's late at night. And unless there are any objections, the rest of you eventually filter in, and exhausted from your travels, exhausted from your long day of activities, find yourselves in a long rest.
I object to you saying that I'm exhausted, but yes.
Okay, you're probably not exhausted, but even having fun for several hours can be extremely exhausting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a mood.
Yeah, sometimes you can have a little bit too much chill, and then you get exhausted from chill. It's really a misnomer if you think about it. All right. So from there, let's see here. What time is it? Right, 11:17. Yeah, what time are we looking to end tonight? Like probably around 1-ish.
Sure.
Okay. Eve, do you have an issue with that?
I can try and stay active.
Well, we didn't start till 10, so if we end at midnight, that's only a 2-hour session.
Okay.
So
Steven,
gotta aim for.
I will
Steven,
power
are you
through
there?
it.
He's
Steven?
muted, but
Last thing he said was, "You say Rocky Road or you're wrong." 15 minutes ago. Fine. From there, you all wake, find yourselves refreshed. Any points of exhaustion that you had are currently gone, and kind of filter in throughout your morning activities. It is early morning at this point. Lili and Oz would have woken up just a little bit earlier than everybody else, probably by like 2 or 3 hours, just by virtue of them getting to sleep earlier. But Lili, you do sleep for quite a while as well. Lots of dreams, most of them good. Some of them, others are just like weird, like giant cheese wheels chasing you. But other than that, good long rest. You sleep for probably close to like 11 hours. Wake up finding yourself feeling much better than you felt in a long time, and kind come outside to see just in time to see the sun rising and the moon setting. The rest of you filter in and find Rutherford already cooking you all breakfast. This time he is cooking omelets with
Ooh.
caramelized onions on the side, if you decide to have that topping, and hands them out to everybody at this kind of massive table. Repairs on the castle are going pretty well currently. The main hall and pretty much all of the rooms on the first floor are virtually completely repaired. And you have recently received, Suki actually comes into the keep, and Zuma, she lets you know that you have received a kind of relief package from some of the surrounding cities. Mirabar, Neverwinter, and Silvery Moon have all sent you several aid workers to help in reconstruction of the city, and also have given you quite a bit of funds in order to continue to rebuild the city.
How'd they hear about that so fast?
What do you mean? It's been days at this point.
Hmm.
You think neighboring cities don't have an eye on one of the most dangerous cities in their vicinity, which has recently come over vampiric control and been liberated?
That and I did go to Neverwinter and get relief anyway.
Yep. So you do have several relief workers, and she lets you know that with this kind of grant of relief, you're looking at construction much faster and smoother than it was going before. She says that the city's probably going to be completely functional again sometime within the next 2 weeks.
Feels good, man.
Right?
I let her know that at some point I want to discuss with her about a monument to Rakiri, but that'll be like way down the line. Just as the repair, the rebuilding process comes, would like to put in at least somewhere in the courtroom, the courtyard, or somewhere that could be, at least not his picture, his visage, but at least something to represent him in honor of him.
She seems to agree with you and think that that's a good idea, and says that she actually thinks she might have the perfect spot for it. But you filter in. You're lagging pretty bad, bud. What'd you say?
Breaking out.
Thor's hammer should also be somewhere too, like not a big hammer, but somewhere on the castle that says that Thor was part of this.
I think that would be a good idea. We can
Just
definitely do
scribble on it. Thor was here.
that. Lightning rumbles off in the distance. But yeah, you all filter in and begin eating breakfast, and you have completed your morning rituals. Where are you guys going from here? Because you just completed one of the main arcs of the entire campaign, and the group seems a little aimless at the moment. What are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? Where are we headed?
Well, I have two things, but I had a big thing last time, so I'm board for whatever everybody else wants to do.
Well, I believe or no, I shouldn't say we. I suggested we go to Waterdeep and then head up to Oakhurst for Inazuma, and then up to Ori's body.
I do have to go to Hillsfar. Remember?
So, let me move that down here. So, before we go anywhere, Saloon did tell me to, if I remember correctly, meet her after the two towers fall. Hold on. And Lily starts flipping through her journal. That is me saying that I am accessing my journal.
That is word for word what she said. Once the two towers fall.
Oh wait, really?
Yes.
Holy shit, my memory. All right.
It was the two. It was either the two towers fall or the two castles fall.
And then,
but either way, same thing.
Well, we also got to pay Scylla back, and she wants to help. She needs help in Limbo.
Who?
Scylla.
Lili's never met Scylla.
Scylla is the one that helped saved all your asses. Let's just say that.
Oh. Well, I owe her thanks, apparently.
Trust me, you'll love her. She's a character.
I'm not looking forward to this meeting.
Plus, she's right over. She isn't in this one. She's in the other one, right?
Lily, go ahead.
Out of character, haven't they already told Lily about Scylla? Considering Lily watched Oz stab himself with a dagger?
Yeah.
Go after her?
Lily's heard about Scylla. I just don't know if she's actually heard the name.
Oh. That's fair, yeah.
I can't remember if she has, so I just went with no.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Fucking hell.
Adventure.
Did the slug just talk?
Lily, you can hear Adventure. No one else hears him.
Lily, are you going as mad as Oz there, buddy?
We could just not help Scylla.
That's mean.
Sheesh.
She almost got me killed within
doesn't
minutes of
matter.
meeting her.
Do you know what's in Limbo? The crystal.
I've seen
that
it.
Ezekiel
It's not
came out
fun.
of.
It's not fun, and I don't really want to go back.
Wait. What does she want help with?
She wants to
She
take her rest
wants
of her. She wants to take her crew and take a fortress from someone to make that their home. And in that fucking fortress is the gem that Ezekiel.
Wait. She wants to take off a was it Githyanki?
Yeah. It's a Gith. Yeah, the Githyanki are the like mind monk ones, and the Githzerai are the space pirates.
Yeah. So she wants to assault a Githyanki fortress.
And who says we can't help her?
I would like to help her.
Considering what's at the end of it is what I'm after.
But I do need to go to Celestia and talk with Saloon.
Pretty sure she
And-
just wants to talk to you, not us.
No, she told me to bring everyone.
Here's the problem. I don't really care what she has to say.
Okay.
I don't care where we go as long as we go to hillsfar.
Unless the Raven Queen asks me to go.
She did ask to meet with all of us, right? Or was it? I don't remember.
Yes. She didn't specify. She just said meet her.
Which I assume it's just wanting to talk to her.
Maybe. Hold on. Mother Saloon, were you wanting to meet with all of us, or?
Are you praying?
Yeah.
Take a few moments and kind of feel the connection click. But the reply only comes after like several moments of waiting. Eventually she does reply. You can take your time, but at some point I would like for all of you to come to Celestia. But you especially.
Yeah, she said she would like all of us to come.
Remember, the last time we met a god like that, we did get stronger. Just saying.
Just saying we're extremely vulnerable and no offense, your goddess is technically on your side, not ours. We're vulnerable to her attacks. No offense.
What? What?
If we go on their
Ignore
plane,
her.
we're vulnerable to them.
We're going.
Ow.
All right, so do we have a plan?
I'm not really sure. Do you guys have a plan?
I don't really care what we do after hillsfar, so long as we eventually go, or not hillsfar. After Celestia, so long as eventually we go to Waterdeep. So, but it's very important to me that we go to Celestia.
So I say we go to Celestia. I forget my voice, and then we go to hillsfar, then Neverwinter.
Why would we go to Neverwinter?
Because I forgot the name of the place you said you wanted to go.
Waterdeep. Neverwinter, your ship is fine. And Eve spills out all the details that
Oh yeah,
she
that's
gave
right.
us to Oz. I checked on it. It's fine. And I even left money there for them to help refurbish and stuff.
Awesome. Well, so do we have a plan then? Sorry, Zuma. I was gonna say
No,
we
go-
need to
go
do
ahead, I
nothing
will-
too.
No, that is fine. You went on a journey. I need to go on a journey with y'all.
So Celestia, then hillsfar, then Neverwinter, then wherever he wants to go.
Waterdeep, not Neverwinter.
I'm a turtle. They don't have good brains.
It's okay. You've got us.
That's amazing. What is Groin's intelligence?
It's not high. I can tell you that much.
That's glorious.
It's at least
That's
8.
actually pretty high. 14 makes you smarter than me.
Well, I compare it to my wisdom, which is 20.
Yeah. That's
Oh
fair.
no, that's my constitution. I'm stupid. My
Oh.
wisdom is my intelligence is 10.
Okay, all right. Well, that showed then. Case. Oh god. So you where is the roadmap exactly here, so I can get a bit of a plan going?
Are we all in agreement to go to Celestia then?
Steven, are you
No.
here?
I think.
I could try calling him if you guys want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that. But yeah, I'm down with the plan that I said.
Last time we went to where she wanted us to go. Just saying, we got ambushed, and I died twice. He just points at, gives you you cannot deny this fact.
I mean, but look what we got out of it. I mean,
Doesn't
we would have had
matter
to go there one way or another.
If we hadn't gone there, we wouldn't have had to deal with that. It would have still been hidden, and we would have known where it was.
I mean, we also wouldn't have gotten our powers. And my deity wasn't the only one telling us to go there.
I don't give two shits.
Kind
Powers
of-
be damned.
It's kind of an important fact.
Don't antagonize me, I swear to God I'll rip it out of me myself.
What?
What? Heather, are you okay?
Did you have a stroke?
No.
I just called him. He didn't pick up.
Okay.
But I left him a message.
Okay, that's fine.
Who are you scared of even ambushing you in Celestia?
Not that I'm scared. I'm just overly cautious because, think of it this way. They're on the other side of that border. I was safer here than over there.
Well, you said yourself that she's going to be stronger in Celestia, yes?
Yes.
You do realize that you are one of the chosen. If she herself were to kill you, the world is doomed. And if
What's one
she's
less?
stronger there, she will protect you.
Ah, he's back.
Steven?
He's still muted, though.
Yeah, I mean,
There we
that's-
go.
Steven! Hello, friend.
Oh, he unmuted.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Hail and well met.
But he's
Hail
muted.
and
How can we hear him?
Wait, how in the world?
What?
You just broke
I'm
the.
so confused.
What's up, Steven? Welcome back.
Yes.
Nope. Not happening.
Okay.
See, why is the hockey? Was I done my statement? I don't remember.
Steven,
Alright.
put a 1 in chat if you're just like really drunk, bud.
He might not have been saying yeah to us.
Yep.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Oh no.
Yeah. So what's the roadmap actually look like? So you're going to Celestia first, or are you...
Celestia, Hillsfar, the place that I
Waterdeep.
keep forgetting, and then Zuma's thing.
I do have a request. It is not extremely important, at least not yet. I have been asked by Odin to retrieve a certain someone. However, my first task is to help you guys with whatever you need, so it can wait.
So we do that after the Zuma thing.
Yes.
There we go. We have a plan.
What's the plan?
Oh,
We're all gonna die.
the
I'm
plan
sorry.
is for me to put my
Celestia
head
does
through
not
glass.
listen. It does not pique my interest at all.
Can't you put your head in your shell?
Why? The last time you went to Celestia, you had a lot of fun. Or you've never been to Celestia.
Nope.
Right. So I'm confused what the issue is. Because you didn't go to Celestia, you went to Elysium, and that's where you fought the dragon. And the Guardian wasn't in Celestia, she was at the Thing of the World. Mount Celestia is a plain, not the actual mountain.
It's just her being her.
I mean,
I'm gonna throw this out there. I think you're a little bit, being unreasonable. And I'll vote.
Oh, okay.
We'll go. I'm just not happy about it.
That's okay. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so Celestia first?
Yeah.
Great.
I hope you have a plane shift to that place.
I might have something better. If I cast Gate opens a portal, right?
It only pulls an individual.
Well, I don't actually remember the full text of Gate because I've only seen it used like 3 times ever.
Yeah, let me ping it.
No one
Does it
ever
say-
uses Gate.
I use Gate.
Yeah, you and like one time on critical roll, and then I think they used it on high rollers once, and that's the only time I've ever seen gate used.
You used it on the Raven Queen. I mean, with the Raven Queen.
Conjure a
to get
portal linking to an
Jericho Craig.
unoccupied space you can see within range to a precise location on a different plane of existence.
Yep, it's straight up just a. You can walk through the portal, or you can pull an individual through. Your choice.
It's a wormhole.
It's a wormhole.
So yeah, I pray to Saloon. Is it all right if I open up a gate?
Of course. I will inform the other deities here.
Thank you. And I cast gate.
And you gate. You sit down, kind of just outside the entrance, because the gate itself is fairly large to create within a closed room. Just outside the entrance to Thunderhead Keep, and set up a ritual circle. Whenever you finish the circle itself, you take.
Has a casting time of 1 action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it only. You're still doing a ritual circle, just really quickly. Because the components are a diamond worth at least 5,000 GP, and the ritual circle is you sprinkle the diamond dust in a circle the same size as the gate, and then it only takes you, a couple of seconds to do. But whenever you do so, the diamond dust shimmers for a minute, and then turns orange, and then blinding white, and sits up from the ground, spirals in on itself, and then now you have this kind of gray. It's like a light gray shimmering mist, just in this massive circle in front of you.
All right. I step through.
Okay, step through. Does everyone follow?
I follow.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. And
Steven
then you
Depp.
all step in. I'm going to assume that Oz follows as well.
Yeah, he does.
And you find yourselves entering into Celestia. And I think as much as I don't want to call it early, I think it's ideal to go ahead and call it early here. It's 11:41. We can talk about meeting again next week if you guys want, potentially.
Yeah. I'm down
Yeah.
with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it in chat. Please do pay attention to chat. I'll try to at people, specific people and stuff, to get opinions on scheduling and stuff like that. So